Hi, welcome to Baking with Marian. All right, we are going to do several things today, and some of them you may not do. I don't know, because one of the things that I love adding to the Alfredo sauce is shrimp, because I love shrimp. And I happen to have shrimp, but it's not cooked. I peeled it already, so now I'm going to throw butter into my pan back here and get it all cooked up real fast so that I can have it ready when it's time to go into the Alfredo sauce. All right, so first of all, a little bit of butter in that pan. Get that all melted up. I'll probably add a little bit of spice to the shrimp. Salt and pepper, something like that. Easy, easy peasy. While I'm at it, I'll add a little bit of garlic to the shrimp because I love garlic, I love shrimp, I like food that's nicely spiced, not too spicy, not too bland either, okay? So just gonna add that salt, add that pepper, add a little bit of garlic, boom, done, okay. I think the garlic probably came out a little too much, but that's okay. I like garlic. Okay. Sometimes it's just fun to experiment. Okay, so I have the shrimp. That's got to melt. Is it melting yet? Nope, not melted yet. That's okay. Better get me a spoon for that. Okay, so that's ready to be stirred around a bit. Now the next thing I have to do is I have to take care of my cauliflower. I've already cut away the leaves and that kind of stuff. Now I saved them this time. And as you will see on the fun facts, you can save the leaves of the cauliflower and put in a soup. It just so happens that later on I'm going to make a soup. Later on meaning I don't know when. Today, tomorrow, next day after that. Okay, now I have to cut away the big part of the cauliflower. Sorry, hold it. I had to wash it first. Then I didn't want it too wet, so I set it out on this paper towel to kind of absorb some of that water. Now and then I've been patting it down. The reason is with cauliflower rice, you don't want it glopping up, and if it has a lot of water on it or in it, when I pulse it, then it will all clump unless it's a little more dry. So I'm going to carefully cut away. And what I do with my cauliflower is I kind of go around in a circle, because then I kind of get that thick, heavy part out of there and still leave the flowerets. Okay, and that's going to go in that soup. All right. I'm going to just break it off a little bit. Now, since I'm also trying to cook shrimp while I'm at it, I'll go over here and look. Why is it not doing stuff faster like I want it to? Okay, butter's almost melted. That's good. That wasn't the cauliflower portion. Okay, so what's going to happen? First of all, I take off some of the little leaves, right? I'm going to throw them into my food processor. And I don't want them too big because I don't want... Okay, sometimes when you pulse things too much, then they become more like... they become so fine, they're no longer... more like a flour than chopped up something, right? So, I just... sometimes, instead of just breaking it up, I'll just cut it where it's at. Kind of go around my circle again. See that? Going around in my circle. Just getting up. And be careful, it's a knife. Watch out for fingers. Especially your own. Well, watch out for any fingers, whether or not they're your own. Okay, there we go. Cauliflower going everywhere here. Okay, good. Again, I'm going to save that thick piece for my soup. All right, how are we doing here? I think these are small enough. I'm going to cut that in half just to make it a little bit easier on my machine. And also make sure that nothing turns into glop instead of coarsely chopped stuff. If I wanted to coarsely chop it and make sure that it didn't become a smoothie or something that thin, then I would just have to use a knife. But I have a food processor, so I'm just going to gently process it so that it becomes cauliflower rice. It's so easy, you guys. You know, they have things at bags of cauliflower rice in some stores. This is easy, way easy, way easy. And in fact, I didn't know there were bags of cauliflower rice until way after I'd already been making cauliflower rice. Because somebody told me about it and I thought, whoa, I can do that. You know, with my diabetes and all, I can't have white rice. I can have some brown rice. I can, I guess I've just mainly had brown rice. But I couldn't have white rice. I already said that, right? Anyway, and then somebody told me about cauliflower rice. Oh, you can do cauliflower rice in the food processor. How about that? Love it. So many wonderful, helpful hints. Now I have to be a little careful, like I said. I'm just going to pulse it. You know what? I think I have too much cauliflower in this thing. But we're going to go for it anyway. Here we go. Ooh, hold on. Butter is melted. Need to cook my shrimp. Alright, it'll do its cooking. It'll be done really soon. I'm going to turn down this temperature. I don't want it done too soon. Alright, let's see if I can get this. See, the lid isn't down right, so there we go. Now, here's what maybe you notice. See all that? It's already crumbled. All of this still kind of thick. So I don't want this to become mush. So just remember this. Maybe you don't want to do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and take out the big stuff. And then I'm going to pour out the smaller stuff. I hope you're watching your fingers. Again, please be careful. You don't need your fingers gone. I'm saying that because the blades are right here. Please be careful. If you don't know how to be careful, don't do this. Alright, I'm going to chop this just a little bit more because I see one of the cauliflower pieces are still a little bit, but not a lot. And I'm done with that portion, right? So then open that up, take some of it out. I'll just use this Whomp Big measuring cup. See, it looks like little rice granules. I love it. Spatula. Boy, those are handy things. Love spatulas because it gets off the edges. The food that's stuck on the edges. Okay, out you come, out you come. I got more rice to be doing. Yes, I talk to my food. Don't you? Okay, got it. Put some more in, and this time I am not putting in a lot. I hope we learn that lesson all together. Okay, good. It's just I got so excited thinking, oh yeah, this will be easy, no problem. So I put too much in there. Now it's a problem. Don't make problems for yourself. Can you see the big lump still in there going around? Whoa, it's gone. I think. Yep, it's gone. See? Looks like little granules of rice. I love it. And I'm making a mess. Well, it's a good thing I know how to clean up, right? Making a mess all over my counter. Probably all over the floor, which means I'll have to clean up there too. Look at that. Look at how much rice, this cauliflower rice there is. Now I'm thinking to myself, next time I do cauliflower rice, and if it's just for me and my husband, I am going to, oh, I didn't mean to put that back. I am going to do half a cauliflower. Maybe I'll do the whole thing. Because then I can just save it for later. But really and truly, I could have done half of that cauliflower and been just fine for this meal. Oh, I love food processors. Thank you, modern inventions. And electricity. Okay, love electricity. Okay, there we go. That goes into my cauliflower rice bowl, as it were. Alright, and guess what? I'm leaving that. Leaving that until later when I'm going to pour the Alfredo sauce over my cauliflower rice. Now, you do not have to pour your Alfredo sauce over rice or cauliflower rice. Or, did I just lick my finger in front of you? Oh my goodness sakes. I wish I wouldn't do that, but I did. Don't do that. Okay, especially if you're serving other people. If I have food that's going to other people, other than me and my husband, I do not lick my fingers. Okay, I'm just saying. Have no idea what I was saying. Yes, I do. Pasta. You can put your Alfredo sauce over pasta. You can put your Alfredo sauce over, I don't know, chicken. I've never tried that. Or you can just put chicken in your Alfredo sauce in the same way that I'm going to put my shrimp over, put the shrimp in the Alfredo sauce, which reminds me, I got to go stir the shrimp. I turned the pan too low, so now it's not cooking at all. So I got to get that back up because now guess what time it is? It is time to take you over to the stove because we are going to work this this easy Alfredo sauce. Can't take you to the stove yet. I got to open this. Now, if you've ever opened a can of evaporated milk, it says shake well. That means shake it before you open it, not after. Okay? Good. Good thinking there. All right. I shake it and I'm done. Okay. Now, here's what I do, just so that you know. I don't know that it matters. I usually do 2 holes. I just go over a little bit and do a second hole. Helps it to come out faster. But then you got, whoa, then you got this little tab here. And I just bend it down and out of my way so I don't cut myself with that. All right, good. Okay, now you over here. Let's see if I can get this. Yay, so far so good. Alrighty. There's the window, yay. There's the shrimp over here. Here's the thing that I'm going to use right now. Okay. That's not hot. It's not on. I knew that. You knew that. Now you know that. Okay, so it takes evaporated milk. And I'm just going to pour this whole can into here. Ta-da! Now, we're going to warm that milk. So I'm going to warm this milk up. There we go. Into the sink. I'm going to stir my shrimp here. All right, very good. And let me show you what I have. This says, the recipe calls for 6 ounces or more of grated Parmesan cheese. Now, I get this whomping big Parmesan cheese thing. Well, it's not whomping big, but it is, let's see, 8 ounces. Boy, that's hard to read when you're gotta, hold on. Let me see if I can get that to you. 8 ounces, right? But this, my recipe calls for 6 ounces. Guess what? I usually don't care. I use the whole thing, or I use almost the whole thing. It just doesn't matter, you guys. You can use the whole thing, you can use a partial, okay? So, I'm waiting for the milk to get nicely warmed up. Now, usually I shake these before I actually take off the lid because it clumps sometimes in the bottom. So, I've got that ready to go. Now, we wait. We wait and we wait. And we stir. Where's my spoon? There it is. Okay. This pan is so big that the milk is not going to take that long to get really warm. That's my shrimp doing over here. I think it is ready right now as well. Now I am not transferring my shrimp to the Alfredo sauce until it actually becomes Alfredo sauce. Alfredo sauce first, then the shrimp. Because otherwise it may be really hard to get your Alfredo sauce there to thicken up the way you want it to. So the shrimp comes second. More than likely this is warm enough, but I'm going to give it a stir. I am barely touching the milk, okay? It's warm. It's not hot. That's good. Warm is good. Now we start the melting process with the Parmesan cheese. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, yeah. It smells good. All right. I keep thinking, do I want more? Do I want less? Okay, fine. I'll leave some of it in there. So I'm closer to 6 ounces than I think. Now, I do a lot of stirring. And stirring. If there's a lump in here, and there was just now, I will kind of beat it up a little bit or stir it up a little more. Oh, this is so fast. It's not melting yet. I'm just excited because in about 5 minutes we'll all be eating here. Now, one thing I'm going to do that isn't on the list, I don't think it's on the list. Let me look at the list and see. Oh, yeah, it does say that. Sauté in butter if desired. Yeah. I usually warm up the cauliflower rice by sautéing it in butter, the same way that I'm sautéing the shrimp in butter. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to that. Just a little. Get it flavored with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Stir it up. Yay. Ooh. I can see that that milk is really hot. And now things are going really fast, which means I want a plate out. Do I want a bowl or a plate today? I will go with a small bowl to catch some of this Alfredo sauce. Because I'm not using pasta, therefore the pasta won't soak it up, since that's not what I'm using. Yes, I'm going to use a little bit of rice. So, I got my flat bowls. I'm continually stirring. You do not want this milk to burn on the bottom. In fact, I think I'm going to turn this pan down a little bit. Don't you just love low-tech videos? Woohoo! We don't have a camera from up here showing everything from above. Okay. I don't have a chef's hat on. Of course, I'm not a chef, so I don't get to wear a chef's hat. I just cook. And make things. Cook or prepare recipes or boil or saute. I guess that's kind of cooking. Okay, very good. Alright, so I'm going to let that alone for just a minute. And I am going to take the shrimp out because I want to get my rice. The shrimp is all done. It's fine. I'm going to get my rice warmed up. So I'm going to take my shrimp out of this pan, plop it in here. Please, I don't want to lose any. There we go, very good. Okay, got that. I'm going to add a little bit more butter to this. Where's my butter? There it is. And I'm going to put the cauliflower rice in here. Now, I know I put salt and pepper and garlic, good, powder in there. And that'll be fine with me. I like those flavors. In fact, I have some onion powder. I'm going to add that to this. Do you have to? No. If you have fresh onion and you want to add that, you can. Oh, golly. Let's stir this boiling mass. The cheese is still not totally melted, so I just want to make sure that I keep stirring it while it's doing its thing. Okay, so got that butter done. Gonna grab the onion powder, which is almost out, which means I need more. It's okay, I got more elsewhere. These are just my little containers that are in my spice cupboard. And then I have bigger things in the pantry to refill. One day, I should show you my spice cupboard. Oh, stir, stir. I'm turning that down more. This particular burner happens to burn hotter than all the rest, so I have to be more careful. Watch out when you have that kind of thing. I mean, you could have that kind of thing. Sometimes different burners heat up or stay hot at differently from each other. Like this burner, I turned to 4, and it's okay, it's a medium. This burner I turned to 4, and boom, it is hot. Okay. Almost done, but not quite done. All right, you guys, I'll show you my spice cupboard. I love spices. I didn't even realize how much I love spices till I started doing this show, this baking club. Okay, you ready for this? That is just my lower stuff, okay? I got more up above it. I got all kinds. And what's fun is, where is it? Do I see it? Nope, I don't. We must have used it. Sometimes my daughter makes us for Christmas a spice set. I mean a spice conglomeration, a recipe for a different kind of spice. For instance, now she didn't do this one, I did, and I found a spice mix, that's what it's called, for garam masala, and that's for when I'm baking food Indian food, right? And I found the spice mix and then put all the spices together and put it in this container. Woohoo! I found spice mixes for which one? Oh, my pumpkin pie spice. See? Pumpkin pie spice. And that one, that way I can have it in one spot and I don't have to keep buying pumpkin pie spice. I just make it with, am I making your car sick with this rolling all over the place? Okay, well, good enough, because I need to go back over here and stir things before I kill stuff. I mean, I know it's already dead. The shrimp is already dead. Uh-oh. I didn't stir it fast enough, you guys. It created a skim on it. Guys, this thing is so ready. So this pan is now hot with melted butter because I was busy showing you my spice cabinet. And I'm going to take some of this, not all of it to begin with. I'm going to throw it in the pan. Okay, I'm going to put it in the pan. I'm not actually going to throw it. Okay, that's plenty. Stir it up a bit. Get nice and warm. Throw in my add-ins. In this case, it is the shrimp. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's smelling good. It's looking good. Gonna let that shrimp, I know I just cooked it, but I'll get it back up to temperature with this Alfredo sauce. And I wish I had more shrimp. Too bad. I didn't realize I needed more shrimp. Alright, stirring this around a little bit. There we go. And it doesn't take too long for this to get warm enough. Not to mention the fact is that the hot Alfredo sauce is going over the top of that. Alright. So I'm going to take you back over to the counter where I will show you how I mix it all together. Because boy, now you know how to mix things all together, do you? You don't need me to tell you that, right? You know how to mix things together, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and bring my stuff over. I got my 2 bowls. Got a piece of trash. I got my pot holders. I also have my paper towels ready for when I cause a problem, but today I haven't caused much of a problem here. Okay. So, I have the rice. Let me bend you down a smidgen so you can see. Okay? Very good. Alright, so you can do this with your pasta. If you need if you're having pasta, then be sure to prep that in advance, which is a really sad thing to say in the video when it's at the end of the video. That's not going to help, is it? Well, get your pasta ready, and I will put it in the video with the text, if I remember. Okay, good. Now that goes back over here. Here is my rather thick Alfredo sauce. This is great. You know what I wish I had done? Is left the shrimp out in the cup, and then I could divide it evenly. My husband and I have to have the shrimp divided evenly, but that's alright. I'll count it later. So I'm just going to pour this Alfredo sauce over the top. Getting some shrimp over the top. Getting more shrimp and Alfredo sauce. More shrimp. It's just I'm trying to divide the shrimp semi-evenly before I get all that Alfredo sauce. Now, you definitely don't have to use as much Alfredo sauce as I just did over the top, right? But I'm afraid that's what we like. So guys, I hope you enjoy your meal and see how easy that was. Not too bad. 30-minute meal, that's it. Next time, it'll go shorter for you. All right, talk to you later. And now, you must clean up.
Here are some fun facts about cauliflower. Cauliflower is related to Brussels sprouts, broccoli, kale, among others. Cauliflower is more loaded with vitamin C than an orange. While white cauliflower is the most common found in stores, there is also yellow, orange, green, and purple. Each have slightly different flavors. For example, orange cauliflower is slightly sweeter and has more beta-carotene, and purple cauliflower is sweeter and nuttier. Green cauliflower is sometimes labeled as broccoflower, as if it is a cross between broccoli and cauliflower. It isn't, and yet sometimes they do cross broccoli with cauliflower. The stems and leaves are edible. Add them to homemade soup. Careful, cauliflower contains sulfur compounds which will react with aluminum and iron in cookware, discoloring the cauliflower.